Hi everyone, today's reading is called How Do We Open Our Psychic Intuitive Gifts? So I have 3 cards that were from Spirit Messages deck that were drawn, and I have some crystals here for you to choose from as well. So this is the blue apatite crystal. Let's see. Okay, all of these crystals are blue, and purple. They help communication with the spirit world, okay? So blue apatite is the first one. This is angelic celestite, okay? And this one is raw amethyst. So, yeah, all of these help with communication. Opening the crown chakra, opening the throat chakra, communicating with spirit and the angelic realms. So I'm going to open the energy, let you pick your pile, and we can get started. All right, if you haven't picked your pile yet, please pause the video and do so. But I'm going to get started with my pile number ones here and see how pile number ones can open their intuitive gifts. All right, pile number ones, you chose the blue apatite crystal. As I said, I'm not going to get into all the benefits and properties and healing aspects of these crystals, but they all help with communication with the spirit world. Blue apatite is a very good one for that. And some of you probably already have your psychic gifts open. You want to open them more. So let's see what the guidance is here. Light. Imagine yourself as a being composed of energy and light, because in reality, that's precisely what you are. You are a powerful being, and people are attracted to your brilliance. This is a time to remember how vibrant you truly are. All right. So they're reminding you that you are light. You're made of the same energy and light that they are. Okay? So to me, this is saying that when you recognize yourself as being the same energy and light that they are, and you raise your vibration to meet them. So what happens is, we're at a certain vibration to be in the physical realm, obviously, and then they're at a certain vibration to exist in the light world, if you will. So they can't lower their vibration more than a certain level, obviously, without getting back into the physical realm. And we can't raise our light vibration more than a certain level in order to, stay in the physical realm without leaving the physical realm. So there is a meeting point, though. It's called the bridge of some sort. Some people call it the rainbow bridge. You can look that up if you'd like. But it's a bridge. So there is a meeting point where when we raise our vibration to a certain level, our light and vibration to a certain level, they can meet us there. Okay, so I think that's what they're alluding to here, is that if you remember that you're light, okay, that you're energy and light, and that you can raise your vibration, you can meet them at that meeting point that they can meet us all at. So I'm just looking to see what other cards they want me to use for your message, if there's any. So I hear ways that you can raise your vibration, obviously through yoga, meditation, but also just meditation can be going for a walk, just anything that calms your mind, gets you into your body and out of your, intellectual mind and into your heart, okay? So that you can, just be and raise your vibration and your light. That you can do things like doing Reiki, you can do things, you can, there's many energy healers and light workers out there that can help you. You're probably one yourself, given this card. So just a daily practice, whatever it might be, right? However you work your light, however you It could be with candles, it could be with crystals, it could be with cards, it could be with anything. But a daily practice to raise your vibration, to raise, to brighten your light, right? I'm just hearing to talk about the different ways for a second. Okay, now we're going to go with the gold cards. Okay, look at that. So this is the High Priestess. So she's all about the balance, right? The balance and the intersection, the balance between light and dark, and understanding that balance point between light and dark. Okay, so they're drawing my attention to this. Her third eye, the divine feminine, the moon here, the third eye wide open, the intuitive receiver that she is, the partnership with the physical world, with the spiritual world. So yeah, this reminds me, they're talking about that bridge again. Okay, that intersecting point here between the two, the spirit world and the human world, however you want to see that. They're talking about that intersecting point. Okay, so it's super important for you guys to understand that there is a point, there is a bridge, okay? And if you raise your light, if you allow your light to be in your vibration, to be raised to this point, this intersecting point, you will open your psychic intuitive abilities to a whole new level, I hear. Okay? Okay. Is it this? Okay, no. Yeah. Sorry. I already think I know the card that they want to communicate with. I just heard it, but let's see. They say use these cards and see what comes up. Okay, cut the cards. Okay. Oh, reclaim. So yeah, you need to reclaim your ability to be the light, your ability to raise your vibration, your ability as a powerful being, okay? You are a powerful being, and people are attracted to your brilliance. So they want you to reclaim this, own it, okay? This power that you have. You simply need to reclaim it. All right. Is there another card with this? Yeah. No. Dare to dream. Okay, so they want you to, I like to use the phrase, imagine what you don't know. They want you to dare to dream, like to dream big when you're reclaiming this power. See yourself as this brilliant, bright, beautiful being that is psychic and intuitive. You need to start reclaiming and seeing yourself and dream, allowing yourself to imagine more, like imagine what you don't know, right? Imagine what you don't know. And now they're saying get creative. Get creative in how you see yourself and in how you want to communicate with them. All right? Imagine what you don't know. Go beyond your wildest dreams, okay, is what I'm hearing here. So reclaim your power, okay? Your ability to raise your vibration to this level where you can meet them at this bridge, okay? Reclaim that power and ability to do so. Dare to dream, go beyond your wildest dreams, go beyond your wildest imaginations about what you can do, okay? Don't limit yourself in any way. That's what I'm hearing. Do not limit yourself in any way, and get very creative about it. There's so many ways to connect with them and be creative in your connection with them. All right, and then the blue cards are the last one for you. Oh, get creative. They're calling my attention to this. Your way is going to be different than anybody else's way. It might be similar, it might have some similarities, but your way is going to be different than anybody else's way. So don't compare yourself, okay, to others, because comparison is the thief of joy. And I'm also hearing it's a thief of confidence. Okay, so allow yourself to be creative. Allow yourself to communicate how you communicate with them. All right, don't compare yourself to others. I mean, some people are very, very visual. They see all kinds of things. Some people are very auditory and they hear things very clearly. Some people just know. Some people just feel. Some people smell, taste things that remind them of certain things. I mean, there's so many ways that they can communicate with you. All right, through the cards, right? So whatever, and you don't have to go by the book with the cards, right? You can read the book at first if you choose to, and you might retain something. And sometimes, as I'm guided to go to the book and see what pops out at me. But usually, the best way is to just see what the cards say to you when you look at them, and that as you do that more and more, you'll get better at it, and yeah, you'll get better at it. So this is just like if you're not a very visual person, if you don't see all these crazy things and just in your mind's eye, the cards are very helpful for giving you the visuals to see things. Okay, but it's just association. It's like what do you associate in the moment with the cards that you're seeing, with the visual that you're seeing? So if you're a visual person and they're showing you, I don't know, a horse, and you associate a horse with something in particular in your life, that's what they're trying to say to you, whatever you associate with that horse, right? If you're an auditory person, you might hear clear messages, and that's great too. Or you might hear just words and need to just start speaking until more words come, until the message comes, right? If you're feeling something, you just start describing the feeling and then the message comes. The most important thing is to just start speaking the message that you're getting, and it'll flow through you, and not to try to interpret it so much as to just speak it. And because the person you're reading for, or that you're speaking for, yourself included, they'll understand the message even if you don't. So when it's yourself, just speak it, and even if you don't think it makes sense or understand it in the moment, speak it, write it down, record it, whatever. It will make sense later, most likely, if you re-listen to it or reread it. So yeah, get creative. Give yourself permission to do whatever, right? I wanted to mention, some people, smell things. They smell, a certain smell. Like maybe they'll smell a cigarette smoke, and that'll remind them of their grandfather, and then they know their grandfather is coming through. Or the person they're reading for, they know it's their grandfather on the maternal side that's coming through because they smell smoke, and that's their indication of that. So you need to get creative, okay? That's what they're telling me for you guys. All right, and then the blue cards, what do they want to say? Yeah, okay. So she's the Queen of Wands, okay? And she's very, you can see the feline influence here. She's very strong, she's very courageous. She's very good at moving things forward, okay? But what they're saying here to me is be courageous. Be courageous. Have the courage to speak your message. Have the courage to reclaim who you are, okay? And your powers and your abilities, okay? Have the courage to dream beyond your wildest dreams, to imagine beyond your wildest imaginations, okay? Have the courage to be creative and be yourself and be different than everyone else, okay? This is about courage. So, yeah, to sum up, you are the light. There is a bridge where you can meet them at. You are the high priestess, and you can do that. You are in partnership with them, and you can come to that. You can raise your vibration, your light and energy vibration, to the point where you can meet them at this bridge. That's what the high priestess is about. That's what she does. Okay, reclaim your power and ability to do that. Be courageous enough to reclaim it. Be courageous enough to dream beyond your wildest dreams. Be courageous enough to be as creative as you can possibly be, and be yourself. Be you. Do it your way. Your way doesn't have to look like anyone else's. All right? That is the message for you guys. I hope it helps, and I hope that you work on doing this if that's what you want to do. All right, I'm going to move on to my pile number 2 now. All right. Oh, and you can get a blue apatite if you don't have one already, and that should help as well. All right. You go have a great day. Okay, pile number 2. You chose the angelic celestite. Beautiful, beautiful crystal. And this one is helps you connect with the angelic realms, so it makes complete sense for this reading. And if you you can look up more about it and get one if you don't already have one. That's the crystal that you're attracted to, so it's likely the crystal that you need to connect with the spirit world a little more. Let's see what their guidance for you is on how to open your psychic intuitive abilities more if you're already doing that. All right, let's see. Gratitude. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. Okay, so start being grateful for the gifts that you do have. If you think you don't have any gifts, psychic intuitive gifts, just start being grateful for it anyway. Start being grateful. Just start saying, I am grateful for the psychic intuitive gifts and abilities that I will receive. Okay? And then that'll open you up to receiving them. If you already have some, I am grateful for the psychic and intuitive abilities that I already have and the ones that I will receive. And that'll open you up to receiving more of it. Okay? So gratitude. Okay, don't forget to be grateful for what you already have, what you know you will receive, because you will. If you ask, you shall receive. That is true. You might not receive it exactly how you imagined it, but you will receive. Yeah, they want to make that clear to you. Gratitude is key for you guys. Okay, say a little, he looks like he's in prayer. So I'm going to use that word. Say a little prayer, gratitude prayer every morning, every day at some point. I hear if you're really trying to open your gifts in a big way, 3 times a day. There's a power in 3, right? So 3 times a day. Stop and be grateful for the gifts that you already have, the gifts that are coming, the gifts that you know you have, even for the gifts that are blocked. And then be grateful for the angelic realm helping you to unblock them. Okay, I'm hearing that. So some of you have gifts that are blocked, and they want you to be grateful for those as well, and ask for their help to unblock them. That's what's coming. All right, now we're going to use the gold cards. Here's some more guidance on how you can open your gifts. Open them further. All right. Yeah. So the King of Pentacles, he has everything he wants. He's really achieved everything he wants to achieve in the physical world. He's mastered it, right? But he's mastered it through understanding that happiness comes through his spirituality, not through the material world. So, and he's grateful. He's so grateful. So very similar. These cards are very, very similar. Look at, I don't know if you can see the similarity in them right now. I'm seeing it. They almost look like the same person, right? It's that Buddhist type of person, So gratitude, be grateful. Seek your happiness through your spirituality, not through the material world. Be grateful for everything that you have spiritually and emotionally and physically, but know that it's through the spirituality that you receive all here in the physical world as well. So your psychic abilities are a physical ability, right? It's the ability to hear, see, know, feel, smell, taste. It's your senses, your physical senses, but you'll find those through pursuing spiritual happiness. And to pursue spiritual happiness, to be happy, you need to be grateful. I mean, there's been studies done where your mind gets programmed. Your brain actually gets reprogrammed, rewired when you express gratitude. Okay, so, and what they say is you can't be grateful and complain at the same time. Your brain can't do those two things at the same time. So, yeah, so this practice, this gratitude practice is so important to reach this place of being like the King of Pentacles, which is what they're saying you need to reach if you haven't already, but that they want you to focus on that in order to open your gifts, okay? That's what they're saying to you guys. To open your gifts now, or to open your gifts more, whatever applies to you. Okay. Now, what do these cards want to tell us? Strength. So when I look at this card right now, I see the roots run deep, right? The roots run deep, so they're super grounded. And then, the branches reach out, reach high. So gratitude is, I see it like, the card is like moving from this point where we exist, and it's going deeper roots and higher vibration. So deep, you need to be grounded and raising your vibration at the same time is what I'm getting from this this card. And there's balance all in this card. You can see the balance of on this these, I don't know if they're feathers or I'm not sure what those things are, but they're perfectly balanced, and they're helping keep this balanced and symmetrical and balanced. So as is this card. So yeah, they want you to be grounded and raising your vibration at the same time. Okay, that's what I'm hearing, and that you achieve by okay, yeah. So this is being very much about being in the physical world, but understanding, like being grounded in the physical world, but understanding that your happiness and etc. come from the spiritual achievements, not your physical achievements. Okay, the physical achievements come from your spiritual pursuits, is what I'm hearing. So there's a balance, like I said, and there's a connectivity, and there's a as you vibrate higher, as your gratitude makes your vibration raise, you'll also ground deeper. Okay, is what I'm hearing. Gratitude does both. Okay, yeah, that's what it's trying to say. Gratitude does both. So, we talk about all kinds of practices to meditate and to ground, right? To ground, but and then other practices to raise our vibration. But what they're saying is to do both at the same time. That's where the gratitude comes in. So it's when you're meditating, it's not just about meditating and connecting to your body or trying to raise your spirit. It's about being grateful. Okay. Look at that, the alchemist. All right, so yeah, the alchemist understands all of this and is the magician and the alchemist that can transform any energy, right? The alchemist can transform and transmute energy, and that's what you are, okay? And that's what he is, the King of Pentacles, and and it's all from gratitude. That's what it keeps coming. It's all from being in a state of gratitude. So for you guys, that is key. Practicing gratitude. Okay, and then here we go. That card didn't take long to come up. Connect to the heart, right? Again, this balance, this idea of balance here. Connecting to the heart, being grateful. Your strength comes from your deep roots and your high vibration that comes from being grateful. Your ability to transmute and transform energy comes from that. And when you connect to your heart, that's okay. That's when the psychic intuitive abilities really open up. So yeah, anything that you're practicing, you need to practice gratitude, within it, and connect to your heart within it. Okay, let's see what this blue card wants to say. Yeah, okay. All right. This is success by collaborating with others. 3 is all about success in the physical realm by collaborating with others. It's unity, big picture, okay? So this is telling me that they want you to be grateful for those that come into your life to teach you something, to move something along, to help you transmute energy. It feels like you're not... they want you to be grateful for all people that come into your life, first and foremost. Even the ones that, might be teaching you the tougher lessons that are harder to swallow, harder to get through. But there are people coming, okay? There are people coming into your world, into your circle of what? I want to say your social circle, but it's more than that. It's like the circle you're creating is what I hear. This is the alchemist. Circle you're creating. You're creating a circle of people, people that you're going to collaborate with. They're going to teach you a lot, okay? Be grateful for them. Oh, and just be open to learning from them. That's what I'm hearing. Is there anything more about this connect to the heart card? Okay, I hear pull a gypsy card. Okay, it came out right away. Oh, okay. Okay, this is the surprise card, which indicates that something like a twist of fate is happening for you. A twist of fate. So I think it's related to these people coming into your life. And the connecting to the heart piece. Oh, yeah, okay. When you stop focusing on the material world so much, and start focusing on your heart world more, your spiritual world, that's gonna create this twist of fate. Okay, and it's gonna bring all these people to help you, to collaborate with, to help you open your psychic and gifts. Okay. Yeah. So be open to that. That's right here. Be open to other people helping you. All right? Be grateful when they come, and be open. All right. That's what I have for you. Start practicing this gratitude daily, 3 times a day, if you want to really open your gifts. All right? That's the key for you guys. All right. You guys go have a great day. I'm moving on to pile number 3 now. Pile number 3. You chose the raw amethyst, which is a beautiful crystal, and also a great crystal for connecting with the spirit world, opening the crown chakra, opening your knowing. You can look up more about that if you want, but let's see what their guidance is to you for opening your your psychic, intuitive gifts, and spiritual gifts as well. Vulnerability. This is a confirmation that you're seeking to tread into the unknown, unfamiliar territory, where decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. Don't let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition. All right, so they know that when you go here, you feel vulnerable, right? Opening your psychic and intuitive gifts makes you feel vulnerable in many, many, many ways, and that's why we close them down, right? So you have to be willing to be vulnerable in order to open your gifts, is what they're saying. We feel vulnerable to, negative messages when no one wants to hear negative messages, but negative messages have a purpose. They're just information so that you or the person you're reading for can make a different choice. Because when we're doing psychic intuitive readings, we're taking a snapshot in that moment of the choices that are being made in that moment. That doesn't mean that the person can't make new choices or that you can't make new choices based on the information that is received, okay? So that's first and foremost. So we feel vulnerable to discordant energies and the darkness. That's understandable, but you can put a protective shield of white light around yourself anytime you choose to. You can say, make it very clear, I'm only choosing to deal with light beings, light energies, etc. So I'm only, choosing to receive messages from light beings, light energies. You can do that. You can also feel vulnerable just because people might judge you, right? People might judge you, think you're nuts. We all face that when we're, they might say you're wrong, right? They might say you're wrong. And also you might be vulnerable to, judging yourself and experiencing self-doubt. And none of those things are wonderful feeling, right? So, but we have to let ourselves be vulnerable. It's like a relationship. If you don't let yourself be vulnerable with any, with your partner, you're never going to have that deep, deep, deep connection. So you have to be vulnerable to have that deep, deep connection with yourself, with spirit, with anything. All right? That's what's being said here. Now let's see what the gold cards want to say. So I would suggest for this group to simply say, I choose to allow vulnerability. Say that as often as you feel you need to. I choose to allow my vulnerability. Okay. So we're getting the Queen of Pentacles for you guys. It's interesting. It's been it's been a person, the card that's come out here every time. So the Queen of Pentacles, she knows. She holds that bond between spiritual and physical, right? She knows. She understands it. She understands how to hold this bond between the spiritual world and the physical world. She knows how to be vulnerable enough to allow this connection, okay? This deep, deep, deep connection. As a result, she's very good at receiving whatever she wants in the physical world, including psychic abilities. Psychic intuitive abilities are all about the senses, the physical senses that we have, right? So it's knowing, seeing, hearing, speaking, feeling, smelling, tasting, all those sensibilities that we have, all those senses, physical senses that we have, being open to receiving information from the spirit world. So, you're really looking for a physical experience of the spiritual world. And that's what she is a master of, okay? So she understands this connection. She understands how to hold this connection and bond between herself and the spiritual world, between herself and this physical form and the spiritual world. And it is what this reading is telling me, because we see it here too. It's vulnerability that allows us to hold that connection. Just like with any relationship, as I mentioned, if you're not vulnerable, willing to be vulnerable with your partner or with someone on any level that you're in relationship with them, you're not going to have the deep connection, right? Yeah. Okay. we're going to read this card in relationship to the others. But yeah, this is about receiving what you seek from the spirit world. But there's 3 of these cards that are to come. And then we'll read them together. Your cut. Okay, that makes sense. That's why they had to be read together. I think I said in the opening of this reading that asking you shall receive, and I said it might not look exactly like what you wanted, but you shall receive. Also, might not be in the exact timing you want, but you shall receive. So this is important. Okay, that okay. They want me to read these 2 before I get the 3rd one. So this is important. She knows, as I mentioned, how to ask for what she wants. She knows how to be the seeker, to say, you know, this is what I want from the spiritual world. This is what I'm seeking, whether it's information or what it is. It doesn't matter. She knows how to be the seeker of it and how to ask for it. She also knows how to be patient, okay? Oh, and being patient is part of the vulnerability, right? Because we don't like to wait because it makes us feel vulnerable. That's what they're saying. So they're So they're addressing that. That's why we're impatient, is because we don't like the feeling of being vulnerable, right? We want the outcome immediately. We want the etc. because it feels very vulnerable to ask for something and then wait for it. Because we don't know if it's going to be given to us. We don't know if it's going to be, what it's going to look like. We don't know anything. We feel out of control and we feel vulnerable. Okay? So that's what they're saying about this. All right. See, she knows how to be patient. The seeker must be patient, I hear. Okay. That's why they say patience is a virtue, right? The seeker must be vulnerable, be okay with being vulnerable, and with being patient. Okay. I keep hearing something more has to be said here. Oh, there's not a 3rd card. Okay, there's not a 3rd card for this group. All right, the other 2 groups had a 3rd card, so I kept trying to get a 3rd card, but no, there's not a 3rd card. So the more that has to be said is with the blue cards. Okay. This is what they want you to know. This is how she knows how to hold this. They're telling me the secrets that she knows. The secrets that she knows is ask and you shall receive, but you need to be patient and you need to be vulnerable and allow the vulnerability, because being patient includes that, right? And asking, you have to be vulnerable, you know, because when you ask for something that you want or need, think about it like any other relationship again, you know, it's you have to put yourself in a vulnerable place to say to someone, this is what I want, this is what I need. You know, you're revealing something about yourself, right? Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, that's beautiful. So we have the Queen of Pentacles here and the King of, Hearts, Cups, which is the emotional spiritual world. So he too knows how to hold this bond, okay? He's in perfect flow. He knows how to receive, how to give and receive, you know, how to allow the ebb and the flow and the giving and the receiving. And that, again, requires the vulnerability, the ability to ask and be patient, right? So vulnerability, opening yourself up to vulnerability is how you open yourself up to asking for what you want and need, whether it's information, psychic, you know, that's opening up your ability to receive information, is opening up your psychic intuitive abilities, right? But whether it's information or whether it's something in the material world, on a material aspect of something, right? And then patience, and that patience. So both of these require you to be vulnerable, asking and then allowing the divine timing to take place. both of these require you to be vulnerable, right? If you think about it, we don't like to ask because it makes us feel vulnerable. We don't like to wait because it makes us feel vulnerable, right? These two, the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups, they both know how to hold that space, right? That connection, that bond. Like I said, in any relationship, you have to be vulnerable to hold that deep connection, right? You have to trust your partner. And in this case, your partner is the spiritual world. Yeah, that makes complete sense. That's beautiful. All right. So for this group, I would just start to say, I choose to allow vulnerability. I choose to allow my vulnerability in my relationship with Spirit. I choose to allow all vulnerability, whatever, however it comes to you, but choose to allow it, okay? Become comfortable being vulnerable in this relationship, just as you have to become comfortable being vulnerable with your partner in life, with your children, with whoever you're striving to have, with friends you're striving to have deep relationships with, okay, and a deep connection, and you want to hold that connection and that bond, and that's how you do it. All right, that is a beautiful reading. I hope it resonates with you, and I hope that you open your psychic intuitive abilities, if it's initially, but if it's more, I hope that helps. All right, you guys go have a great day. Bye-bye.